We are back now with a Today exclusive. In the U.S., only about 1% of venture capital funding is allocated to Black entrepreneurs. But our next guest is trying to level the playing field for all businesses.
In a big way, too. For almost 15 years, Steve Ballmer served as the chief executive officer at a little company called Microsoft. NBA fans know him as the passionate owner of those L.A. Clippers. And Steve is with us this morning to make a huge announcement alongside Larry Morse, the co-founder and managing partner at Fairview. It's one of the leading venture capital firms here in the United States. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Steve, let's get right to it. You and your wife, Connie, have decided to do something fairly extraordinary.
Yeah, let me lay it out. It's a $400 million of investment that will go to Black fund managers who manage venture capital funds and growth equity funds. And they will have a requirement to invest at least 30% of that into Black-led businesses. Wow. Our goal is to feed that need for venture startup capital that is missing in the African American community. We are partnering with four companies to get that done: Goldman, J.P. Morgan, Aerial Alternatives with their product, and Fairview Capital, who's been doing this for a long time, and we're excited.
Years.
Yeah.
So Larry, for you, one of the recipients of this at Fairview, one of only four. This has kind of been in the works for the last year or so you've known about it.
That's
it's not a surprise. But what went through your mind when you did first hear about it?
A long time coming. My partner, Joanne Price, and I started Fairview Capital close to 30 years ago to commit to venture capital funds, private equity funds that exert an outsized impact on company creation, job creation, wealth creation in this country. So to have an investor of Steve's ilk, if you will, commit $400 million to this area of activity is extraordinary, quite frankly. Yeah, but they did their homework. They took close to a year to get to know us, to get to know the space. They're data-driven. They found a compelling investment thesis and a rich opportunity set of talented investment professionals and entrepreneurs, and they chose to commit.
You say it's also a watershed moment. Why is that?
Oh, very much so. If you look, there's something like 70 trillion in assets managed by asset managers in the U.S., less than 1% of which is managed by Black fund managers, and that has the opportunity to find its way to Black-led companies. Public pension funds, corporate pension funds, and the like have been committing capital to this area for some time. But it's extremely unusual for foundations, family offices, people like Steve and Connie to commit significant capital, risk capital, to Black-led firms with the idea of having this capital find its way across a broader landscape of people and communities. So it's extremely significant. It is a watershed moment.
And Steve, so why this instead of, some would say, why not a philanthropic donation?
Very important. We do a lot of philanthropy. Some of it focused explicitly on all of it essentially, focused on economic mobility, and a special portfolio that focuses on Black family economic mobility, since economic mobility numbers in the United States are the worst for the African American demographic group. Great. So why not philanthropy? Because there's nothing self-perpetuating in economic mobility. There's no job creation. The money disappears over time. My wife still pokes me and say, why not philanthropy? I think Larry would agree with me. You're not going to create businesses and jobs unless this delivers market returns.
So this is an engine.
It's an engine.
That's correct. As I mentioned, we've been doing this, committing capital to a diverse group of fund managers for close to 30 years. And the data will show that you can expect to generate the kinds of returns as you would expect in any other segment of the market, investing capital with such talented managers.
Steve, we've got just a few seconds left. We can't let you go without talking basketball here. Clippers, Lakers, season kicking off here.
You're doing this. I know.
So what can Clippers fans expect this year?
Oh, we've got a shot to do something great, but it's sports.
Yeah.
You got to go out and deliver and perform. It's kind of like these guys will have to deliver market returns.
That's right.
Our team better deliver some market returns this year, because because I think we got a lot of potential.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Yes.
Steve, thank you. Larry, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having us.
Congratulations. What a phenomenal thing. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.